Hey everyone. So to kick off the first video launching my YouTube channel, I thought we'd start off with, if you're a newbie in the gym, recently joined the gym, thinking to go to the gym, still unsure of being in the gym, not really sure what your personal trainer is doing, that's what we're going to kick off this first video with. So stay tuned. Hey everyone. Okay, so if you're a newbie in the gym or you recently joined the gym, I've been there. I was overweight, I was very self-conscious. And I've also had personal trainers that have failed me, and in the end I did it myself. And this is what, if you caught my intro into me, just a little brief on me, is what really made me passionate to transform my life, go from an executive management into coaching, empowering and transforming other people's lives, or aiding them to within my expertise of fields where I've been personally on this journey for around 18 years, and then I've got the qualifications and the clients to go with it. So if you're a newbie in the gym, the first thing you probably need, or you may have an idea of, is that they will show you around. So you might pop into the gym and they will show you around the gym, see if you're familiar and relaxed with it. If you suffer from anxiety, which I did, and I was very self-conscious, and sometimes I still do suffer from anxiety, you might not be sure if that gym's for you because you're still new to it, but get a feel of it and just know your whereabouts. You don't have to remember everything. If you've not been given a tour, but you've signed up and you've got free personal training sessions, you'll get 3, okay? You can fully start by going yourself. You've paid to be there, you have every right to be there, and you have a choice when you use those personal training sessions. I think they might give 6 months to use them, which I wasn't aware of back in my days, so I took them straight away. So you might feel, the reason I'm discussing this is you might feel, actually I want to go in there and I just want to get familiar with stuff and do my own little thing. Or you might feel like, actually it's probably a good way to have a personal trainer, because while they're getting me to do stuff, they're also introducing me and I can ask them stuff and get familiar with my environment and whereabouts in people's faces. Yet there's someone there in front of me walking to the different machines, different areas, and I get a better feel relaxed rather than feeling that I'm at the forefront. If you choose to take your personal training later, like I said, because you want to go and investigate yourself and have a look around, that's also totally fine, okay? I also wanted to point out, I made some notes. I also wanted to point out that there will be people there that have just started that day, that week, and very new like yourself, okay? So, and some people that are probably feeling quite anxious or insecure, but have got this wall up. So don't compare yourself to anyone, okay? Have your goal in mind, whatever it is. It might just be to sign up to the gym and go there, okay? And it's good enough to sign up, turn up and explore and have a walk around to feel if you're okay with it. And then maybe go on a bike or look at some of the machines. And that's what I would probably do to familiarize myself with it. There'll also be members there that have been there for years and months, okay? So if you join a gym that I'm at there, I might have been there years, depending if I was living in the country at the time or the city. So you're gonna have a very much a mixed bag, sorry. Then you're gonna have pros there, people that know what they're doing, people that are even certified personal trainers, people that are not, but have studied and really know their body. And so you'll find they've got a 6-pack, they've got a really good strength, endurance, muscle tone, overall physique, very lean or very bulky in terms of muscles. And there'll be some there that have been there for years that are not even performing the exercise correctly, okay? And probably a pet peeve that if a trainer sees someone performing an exercise incorrectly, even though it's not a client and they could be injuring themselves, I believe they should step in. But that's beyond my area, because I think, you know, you need to care for individuals. But there's a way to approach it, and I can understand if they don't approach it, but it's really important for people to not get injured. That's my view of it. So as you can see, it's going to be a mixed bag when you enter, and everyone's just at different levels, different knowledge, and so there's no one that you're below. If you understand what I'm saying, you might step in and you might do something. You might already be familiar with what you want to do. You might be doing it better than someone else who's been there for a while. You generally find a very mixed bag there. Okay, then on the people that I've seen this on my journey, even with all my knowledge and exercises, and the men that compliment me, especially in terms of my strength, okay, because not many females are in the strength training area, you always get the odd one that comes and is like, you need to perform it this way. And I'm like, what am I performing? You know, and it might be a totally different muscle group, or I might be doing something just to open my chest or back up because I'm going to do some yoga and mobility, and then they're like, oh. I saw recently a girl posted that someone had said to her, if you work out for me 6 months, you'll have your perfect body. And this lady had lost a lot of weight and she's in great shape. And so there's something around, I'm going to get to that in a different video, around boundaries and approaching people in the gym, because I think there's a way to do it. And if your intention is that, or is your intention to open a conversation, okay? So what I want to say is, those that are really pro, those that are know what they're doing, those that have been in fitness and working out for many years, really respect anyone who enters the gym, anyone who's present there, no matter what you're doing, no matter if it looks like you're just trying, no matter if it looks like you're reading the label on the machine to see what it's about. Honestly, everyone is not judgmental, that knows their stuff and has been in the industry. Sometimes you would think, what I used to think is that the leanest, the ones that look the fittest, and I'm doing like that because I'll get to that in another video, are probably going to be the most judgmental, when I've found it's actually the opposite, complete opposite. So I just want to rest assured, and that's coming from me from years, and also working with various clients, but also across different jurisdictions and countries. And it's just lovely to see that even if you approached one of the ones that look the leanest, those people that you probably think, oh, I shouldn't approach them, I'll approach this one, this person, they look like they might be more open, I don't want to. Actually, if you approach someone that looks like they know what they're doing, just by judging, if you're judging it from their leanest, or what they're performing, or that it looks like they're going all out, or they're a personal trainer or staff, we're always the most willing to help you, because we've been there. Everyone's been there once in a lifetime. And don't forget, you're seeing someone at a certain chapter, a certain phase in their life. They could have been at the same stage of you, or they could have been at a lot worse. They could have been in an injury, horrific accident. Their weight could have been either underweight, overweight. So please don't fear approaching someone who looks like, oh my God, they're too pro for me to approach. In fact, you'll get the advice that is probably likely to not cause you injury, and you'll know what you're doing. And most of the time, I believe what you'll get back is, please don't be frightened to ask me if you've got any other questions or need any other help, okay? What else did I note down? So don't be afraid to ask them. They're not the most judgmental, just by what we might think. And let's say you have that odd one. Just remember, all our fingers are not the same size. So it's just happened to be who you approached, but majority will welcome you, have major respect for you, help you. And don't be afraid to walk around, explore, try stuff, okay? If you're trying something new, put it on a very lightweight if you're not asking someone, but hopefully, you know, your personal trainer should show you all the machines, by the way, and how to perform all the machines before they let you go if you're not continuing sessions. So, don't be conscious and think people are looking at you, because honestly, those that are there to work out, which should be everyone, is only paying attention to themselves. Okay, they might look up, they might just be in a daydream, might be focusing on a certain muscle, but they're not looking at you. If anything, they won't have noticed what you've just done. Okay, I think one time I was doing a back bend on the back, and a back exercise, and I was doing the back bend because I wanted to go into yoga, so it was doing it the opposite way. I just wanted to turn into a wheel, and I think I back bend and I totally fell on my head, and I got up and no one noticed. So I just want to give you an example there that no one noticed whatever happens in the gym. So please don't be self-conscious. What next? Yeah, PT sessions and coaching. I'm going to go into making sure selecting the right PT or coach. So when you first join, you might not have a choice, but it doesn't mean that you stick with that person if you were looking for PT sessions. And also, you don't have to sort a PT in person. There's a lot of people that do online. I have online and I have in-person clients, and they don't have to be within the same country, within the same gym, okay, to achieve your goals. Okay, so just remember that, but it's very important for you to be comfortable with your PT after you have those intro sessions. There's a lot of people out there, and I will touch base in a video in terms of what you might want to look for, and what would be normal, like what should be the attributes a PT or coach should have, in my opinion, or what I have. And if you relate to it, it might help you select the right coach for you. And what I wanted to say is that your goals and your sessions may be very different to someone else's or their other clients, because you would have had some forms to fill in the beginning, some nutrition probably form to fill on your food consumption. There'll be some assessments, and then there's your goals. Everything has to tie into your goals. And so your sessions and what you do will be different to others. So don't compare yourself. Don't compare yourself if you think one person is having a heavier weight in a certain exercise than you are, and then you're doing an exercise with let's say a band instead. You could be doing something, depending on where it's structured in your session. You could be doing a dynamic warm-up. You could be doing a mobility. It might be your mobility day. So do not compare yourself, and that's just really important. And don't compare, if you're comparing stats of like your Apple Watch or your Fitbit. Another video I'll be doing on that I recently posted on my Instagram. If you'd like to follow me, I'll put a note. And also my website in case you want to look me up for more information. But don't compare yourself to anyone else, even your friend. If they're joining you, or even if you're doing a joint session, do not compare yourself. It's really important. Then, I find it really important, and it was when I was very much overweight, even when I was going, let's say, school had a you know, half-term party, okay, is to have something that you feel good in, okay? It doesn't matter what size it is. It's size minus something, size 6 minus if you're in the US. If you're in the UK, size 6. If it's size 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, whatever it is. It doesn't matter about what size it is. You need to go comfortable. So if you have the financial ability to buy a new outfit that maybe you've not got some new outfits and you'd like to, then go do that, because you will feel comfortable. Something that really makes you feel comfortable to work out in, something that makes you feel sassy, and something that you really feel good in, okay? When you put it on, you feel good. If you don't, I'm sure you've got some comfortable sports outfits that will make you feel good. Some people, I used to save my best and not wear them, okay? And when I was extremely overweight, or when I was overweight, I would, this is going back to the party, my mum would take me out, or my parents, to get an outfit that I'd feel comfortable in and that I felt looked good each and every time, okay? And it was just to boost my confidence. As soon as you feel good in something, you might even want to do your hair, okay? I know it sounds silly, it might sound silly, and if you're a male, it might mean that you want to get a shave, you want to have your hair cut, you want to put some cologne on, whatever it is, just whatever makes you feel more confident, do it. I wouldn't say turn up in non-sports gear, no. Turn up in sports gear if it's something about, you know, a brand or a label makes you feel confident and you have the financial ability, go for it. If something from Primark, you try it on and it really snaps your waist, it looks good on your legs, etc., go for it. So that's, I really am a big believer in that. Then water, okay? Most gyms have water available, okay? A dispenser available for you to fill your water up. I would take a beaker, like now I'm drinking, this hasn't got the top on it, but I'm gonna head into the gym after this. Okay, why did I do that? Just lose my trail. Take either a bottle of water or one of these with some water in it so that you can keep filling and stay hydrated, okay? Don't think by what I've just said that you need to drink loads. No, take sips, because you don't also want to vomit, okay? Or feel dizzy, especially if you're just starting out. Music, you might want to prepare a music playlist. What are those playlists that make you feel like, you know, you're going in hard, you're a badass, you're sexy, etc.? Get your playlist on, whatever really makes you feel good. Create one. The gyms do have, but so that they might not always be your taste. And get your AirPods or your Bluetooth headphones or headphones, Bluetooth earpieces, headphones, whatever you wear, and your playlist ready. Or it might be that you just listen to it via Apple or iTunes, YouTube, whatever it is, okay? So that will really help you as well. Now, if you're not having a session with a PT or friend, or you don't have a friend, and you're going alone, okay, that's also fine. You know, a lot of my journey was alone, okay? A lot of what I did, I had to book up courage and do alone. And so if you don't have your bestie around, okay, to do it together, which would be good because you both, you know, you're both together, and your confidence, you each bounce off each other's confidence, okay? And you're each are comforting and assuring to each other, right? But if you don't, go with an idea of what you are getting, what you'd like to do, all right? It probably goes back to, if it's your first day or a couple of days, you might just say, I want to explore this first day, and then I'm going to go on the bike, because while I'm on the bike, I can do some cardio and exercising, but I can have a look around and learn a little bit. The next time you might decide to go maybe at a different time where it's not peak hours, which I also recommend. if you're a bit self-conscious, because gyms during peak hours, which is usually directly after work or first thing in the morning before office work, corporate timings, can be quite intimidating, and they're absolutely full. But if you can't go either a bit later evening or off-peak times, it might mean also that you do a bit of cardio, and then in the weekend you go to explore whatever is your goal. So your goals might not be weights, it might be something else, it might be endurance, and so it might be the CrossFit area, it might be HIIT, it might be resistance training. So it all depends, but I would also recommend that. But don't put, I'm someone who tends to put a higher expectation, like this workout's got to be like this. And so before I go, sometimes I've already got anxiety because I've put such a high expectation on myself. Don't do that. Go with, I'm going to have a good session and I've just signed up to the gym, or I've signed up to the gym, but I've not been to the gym. I've not been motivated to go to the gym. This is where I really think a coach and a PT can help. And also if you've been in the gym for quite some time and you want to change up, or you feel like you need to learn a little bit because you're not seeing change, it's really important. Or if you need someone who's like an accountability, a coach is really good. If you want a weight loss, weight management, obviously a PT and coach is really good. So don't put too much expectations, and don't go crazy. Don't think, okay, I've got to go really, really hard and crazy today because I've just signed out, I signed up, I'm buzzing. Just remember, it's good to get there, break a sweat, but don't go too crazy where the next day you're sick or you're not able to go, or you have to sit in the gym because you're not feeling well or you're feeling a bit dizzy. So don't go crazy. Just enough for you to feel like you've had a workout is excellent. Going back to asking, okay, again, don't hesitate to ask anyone. And most PTs, you'll find them on the floor. If they've not got clients, you'll find them on the floor walking around and they're bored. Okay, so approach them because I'm sure they genuinely would like to help, but also they probably just want someone to talk to as well. So you're actually they're going to be very grateful for you to approach them. Okay, and if they start selling to you and you feel a lot of pressure, you can just say, I just really wanted to know this. I am thinking about a PT. So you can manage that situation. Don't feel pressured in anything, but don't be afraid to ask. And if they're on the floor, it means that they're available and they're probably just waiting for the next client, or they're bored until the shift finishes. Then I'd say, know things take time, regardless of your goal, okay? Know things take time. They take a lot of time. The body is very complex, and you could be working out really, really well, but there might be some fine tune of your workout or your food or anything. It could even be your sleep, okay? That really needs looking at, where a coach and a PT can help you. But it's important for you to know it takes time. So don't look down on yourself if you take time. It's actually better for you to progress in a reasonable amount of time as opposed to a short span, okay? And enjoy it. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy working out. Enjoy every day that you're turning up and you are achieving a goal by just turning up for yourself. You're turning up for yourself. That is amazing. You need to pat yourself on the back and you need to be proud of yourself. It's not easy to turn up every day. We all have crap days. We all have a fear of anxiety or hesitation into starting something or turning up to something. So, you need to really commend yourself in that. And don't forget the step that you've taken and you are doing every day. please remember not to compare yourself, because you generally don't know everything about a person. And I can't remember that little don't forget point that I've written down as well. And have fun. Consider working with a coach and a PT. I'll put up the tips if you wish to, but it's essentially a choice, so don't feel pressured. And I'm here if you've got any questions or would like to know a little bit more about me and the services I provide, or if there's a subject matter you'd like for me to cover in our next videos, please do let me know. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in our next video. Take care.